Welcome to the coach's office. I'm your therapy coach, Rod Way, and today we're going to discuss another play from the therapy playbook. Today's play we're going to talk about is not necessarily a play, but it's going to be offensive strategy. And there are many offensive strategies in the game of football. But one of the ones I want to talk about today is called the run and shoot. The run and shoot is a offensive strategy that emphasizes motion and options. Motions and options. In other words, as a receiver is in motion, the quarterback look for options based on the read of the defense. So in other words, if a receiver goes in motion and someone follows him, the quarterback then knows how to and where to put the ball on the field for the receiver. So with that being said, let me give you a little breakdown. I had a conversation earlier this week with a client, and this client has been operating out of the run and shoot for the last probably years, a year, 6 months, or a little longer. And he has been basing his daily life and the important things in his life on being in motion or moving and having options as he moves. So what that looks like is he never took time to sit and read what was going on in front of him. He never took the time to study what was going on in front of him. He figured as long as he stayed in motion and he continued to do that, he would be able to get things done effectively, not knowing that the obstacles in front of him were more than what he thought. So in other words, he didn't realize that being in motion and trying to get things done was not going to solve his issues. What that looks like is he never completed things. He always missed the mark on what he was doing, and he got frustrated. He got frustrated because he had so many things that he had already compiled and that he picked up and he started doing, and he just, tossing them out there to do. But he didn't really have a strategy to bring those things into fruition. He was counting on other people and the movements of other people to determine if his business adventure or if his idea was going to work or not. He never took the time to look anything up. He didn't do any research, nor did he even think the whole thing through. He didn't have a backup plan or another option while in motion. So what that looked like is him coming in and being frustrated that he cannot get things done. And what I told him is that one of the main issues is that you have to slow down. Sometimes you have to slow down and you have to read the entire field. You can't just constantly moving and going and doing and never take the time to see exactly what you're facing. So the conversation continued a little longer, and he just couldn't wrap his head around slowing down. And why does he need to slow down? So we brought up a few things that he had done in the recent weeks that did not turn well. Poor planning, didn't think things through. He just had a whim, just going, just like the run and shoot. It is something that you do in a knee-jerk reaction that you're hoping that will fool your opponent in order for you to gain ground. And in this case, he was playing against an opponent that had the skill set to be able to recognize what he was doing and still prevent him from actually succeeding or gaining ground in those areas in which he was looking to expand on. And so the conversation went more such that he does take the opportunity to first come up with a plan. He talked about being a dreamer and a visionary, but didn't understand that a dreamer and a visionary are not necessarily the same individual. Some people do have dreams and are dreamers, and other people have vision and are visionaries. Sometimes they're not the same individual. And so his concept was, because I had a dream and I saw this play working, I saw this thing working in my head, I figured it could be done. So I jumped out here and I did it. I just made motion on it. I spent the money, I took the courses, and I did what I needed to do, and it was going to work. Not realizing that he was putting all his money in one pot for someone else to help bring that dream into fruition or into reality. He was looking and depending on a visionary to help him bring his dream into reality. He never connected the two pieces together, which then faltered. And he became discouraged because until we had this conversation, he never understood the concept of why it was important to take your time and do things, even with the dream or vision, that it's important to have a plan. It's important to have follow-up. It's important to have backup. It's important to have, things in line. So when you get to a point where you can't read the defense, at least you have a strategy in mind that you can actually fall back on. Or you can call an audible. You can get out of the run and shoot and go into a different formation or a different strategy of approaching the problem. And for some of you out there right now, some of you are operating as if your life is a run and shoot lifestyle or offense. You're depending on something else to happen or someone else in order to bring your vision or your dream into reality, when in actuality, it is up to you to do some of the research and to do the groundwork and the legwork to make things happen. Yes, you may still need someone else later on to help you get past, get a few more yards down the line or get past your where you're stuck at. But you have to sometimes change your strategy. Everything ain't a quick come up. Everything is not about doing it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Moving and adjusting as you go. That's not always a good strategy. And if so, then that will be the only strategy used to accomplish goals. So, with that being said, I hope that something was shared with you that would allow you this week to be able to score a touchdown in your life. And thank you for tuning in or watching another video from the Coach's Office. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. On Facebook, you can follow me at The Therapy Coach or Therapy Coach, and on Twitter at Mind the Therapy 1. If you need information about mental health services, you can contact me at info@mindthetherapyclinic.com. And also, if you're interested in picking up a copy or go pick up a copy of the Therapy Playbook or the Therapy Journal, just go to Amazon.com and you can get your copy there. Again, thank you for coming in. Make sure you close the door on your way out. And I'll see you after the game. Have a good one.